Today we are checking out the Hughes Kettner Triamp Mark III. Yesterday I got a heavy package from Thomann. They sent me this, the Hughes Kettner Triamp Mark III kick-ass amp. I was playing around with it yesterday and I was really impressed, and I have to say, from what I heard out of my collection of analog amps, this is the best sounding one and also the most flexible one. So today I would like to show you some sounds. Before that, let me briefly explain the layout of the amp. It's a 150 watt tube head with 6 power amp tubes, and it comes with 6 channels. 6 channels which you can dial in, well, separate from each other, and each channel comes with a master control, treble, mid, bass and gain. So you have one channel here, and one channel here, one channel here, 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 here. And they're dividing the amp into 3 amps, so these 2 channels say amp 1, these amp 2 and these amp 3. Then you have the power amp control here, presence and resonance, and the volume, which is the volume of the overall amp, a gate and a loop. And also you can decide which pair of power amp tubes is active. That leads to the next feature of the amp. It's MIDI programmable, so you can decide, well, the setting individually of each channel. And for example, here I'm now in the channel 3B, which is the one with the most gain, and only the power amp tubes 3 and 4 are currently engaged. And in another channel, for example here 2B, you can see all power amp tubes are engaged, which is maybe a little bit loud, so let's turn them off. And also the gate is disengaged, but we can engage it. And if we come back now to, or we go to another channel and then come back to 2B, it's saved. Also we have a stomp boost built in, which is yeah, it's a boost, mid boost, what the usual 808 is doing, in my opinion. Comes pretty close, very helpful, and also, of course, it's saved in the state of the channel. So, yeah, let's start with the channel 1, or amp 1, channel A. Clean channel. By the way, I'm playing my Harley Benton Fusion guitar with everything stock. And I've connected this amp to my Marshall 4x12 1960 with windage 30 speakers. It's mic'd with an SM57. Let's disengage the 606s. So currently in the slot 1 and 2, it comes with EL34s and the other ones are 606s. And here you can hear the difference. 606s are more scooped, in my opinion. EL34s, a little bit more mid-heavy. For cleans, I prefer the EL34s. They're also a little bit louder somehow. Stomp boost is engaged. Without the stomp boost. You can crank the gain here. But I think maybe the channel 2B is better for a little bit edge of breakup tones. Very dynamic. Again, it's now 12 o'clock, so if I crank it a little bit more. Six at 6. So I like this channel for these voxy Amp 2, channel 2A. Let's try out with 6x6s. Or maybe with EL34s, I think this is the channel for the AC/DC crunch. By the way, I like the presence to be very subtle, so I set it at almost 0, so now around 7 o'clock. Otherwise the amp can get a little bit harsh, but with that setting, at least here in the room, it sounds kick-ass. Okay, 2B. to me, that is the biggest advantage of the amp, because most of the high gain amps that I own, they are not that good at these light crunch tones and medium range crunch tones. But this amp has 4 channels which sound all kick-ass, and as I said, they're all very usable. And also here the equalization is very powerful. So for example, here in the channel 2B, I scooped the mids now. So let me set everything to 12 o'clock. Then let me show you what the bass middle treble controls do. So overall, they're usable in almost every position, which is very nice. And let's go to amp 3, 3A. Gain is now 12 o'clock, stomp boost engaged. So without the stomp boost, dialed back some of the bass frequencies, still very usable, like a heavy crunch tone, but of course with the stomp boost, well, you can dial back some mids. If you crank the gain, you have tons of gain here, but you don't need it, I think. And everything sounds really perfect in a way that nothing is clipping, no harsh frequencies. Even with this guitar, the Harley Benton Fusion with the Roswell pickups, which tend to get harsh with most of the other amps which I own, sounds perfect here. So very powerful equalization, very well done. By the way, 606 and EL34. So with the EL34s, I tend to dial back the treble a little bit. is a channel who is said to have too much bass frequencies, so I dialed it back now. It's at 8 o'clock. Very usable. And of course, you can also combine the EL34s with 6R6s. So, sounds kick-ass to me, really. And I spent a lot of time now just playing around, and that is always a good sign. And there were tons of sounds which I stumbled across where I was playing and found myself playing over maybe 10, 20 minutes. And yeah, so really awesome, this thing. Then on the back side of the amp, I don't know if I can show you a picture of that, but you have the adjustment control for the gate. So it's set now in the middle. It yeah, you can set it very hard, but for my taste it was too hard then, because you lose the dynamics then when playing leads. It's cutting off immediately. The gate is working really well. The only amp which I know, or the only other amps which I know which come with such a kick-ass built-in gate are the Angles, my power balls, and also the retro tube. And also you have, I don't actually know if it has, I think, a serial and a parallel effects loop, but actually I didn't check that out too much. It comes also with the foot switch, MIDI control, and with some nice polish. Please check my unboxing videos for all the features that came with the amp. And it has the built-in, what is it called, Redbox or something, the IR tool which Hughes Kettner invented. So you can go direct with that amp. And yeah, also it has these, well, tube control, the electronics that is measuring the I don't know, the power that the tube needs or something, so that the tubes don't get broken. It will turn off if there's something wrong, and also you have the LEDs on the back side which are indicating if the tubes are working or if there are any problems. So man, it seems to be really well thought out, this amp, and I'm really happy that I could get it now. And yeah, if you like that video, please consider subscribing to my channel, give me a thumbs up, contact me on Facebook or Instagram if you're interested in getting my preset packs, and see ya. Things always had some